Hey, how's it going? So, I
just got done testing out my sandblasting setup, and it doesn't work. So that's too bad. So I've got to figure out some things. I don't know if it's the media that I'm using to blast with or what, but things didn't work out. But while we're here, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I did. Alright, so the other day I showed you the base of what was going to be my sandblasting booth, and here it is now. So that's an upside down table that I put together, and then I put some other table legs on the sides from another table, and it works out pretty good for a sandblasting booth. It's pretty tight, so the stuff I'm using doesn't just go all over the place, and can be swept up and reused. So here's sculpture. Nothing's happened. I bought this little sandblasting gun. I actually had another one here, and it just kept on jamming. The media stuff is this walnut shell, abrasive, kind of sandy type stuff, and the other stuff I got was really too coarse, or it had too big of chunks, and it was just jamming the other sandblasting gun up. So I went ahead and bought another gun, and it wasn't too expensive. It was like 35 bucks, but still, it doesn't work for what I need. But here's my little setup, like I was showing you guys. It's basically a rectangular little building thing. I installed a little vent in the side so I didn't suffocate. And then here's the door for it. So all I have to do is, when I'm inside, use this little handle and pull the whole thing shut. And then I've got the hose that goes from the compressor down to the gun. So the theory was pretty good, and I know that there's other places that have something similar, but they actually are able to have it work. So sort of back to the drawing board a bit. Not that I have to redo this whole thing, but I've got to figure out what the best method is for me to clean up this sculpture. I mean, it's ready. It just needs to be done. You know, I spent like the better part of today and yesterday putting it all together. It can be a little discouraging because it's like, hey, I could have used that time to make more stuff. But trial and error, figure things out, and I was hoping that this would help things go a little bit more smoothly. But man, I don't know. I've been given some suggestions of using a flap disc. My buddy Bobby, he recommended that, and I've used those before. They're expensive, but it's only like $6 a flap disc, and they do work pretty good. And that's a lot better than a $300 compressor and another $100 worth of other stuff that doesn't work. So maybe I'll take some stuff back to the store and invest in some other things. I'll have to check it out. But that's that, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully things will be a little bit more better. But yeah, one step at a time. We're working on it. All right, see ya. Have a good night.